Hello everyone! Long time no see, and finally I uploaded a videos. And as a PhD student who mainly work on the computer, even though there's a lockdown happening, I still have to do my research. So I don't have more time, even though we're in a lockdown. But finally, after being on and off on crochet and didn't finish anything in particular, so I don't have any things to upload it. Finally, we finished a project. She's an orange cat, as you can see, and she's a character from Animal Crossing, which I've been playing recently. I know you're gonna say like, oh, you have a time playing game, but you don't have time to crochet and upload the new videos, and just let me just don't, okay, just don't say anything about that. Yeah, I hope all of you are doing fine in this very hard time of the virus. And yep, I'm trying my best to get some free times to crochet and maybe upload more videos in the future. So no more little talking. Let's move to the tutorial.
Please study the abbreviation carefully before you proceed to the video. So we're gonna start with the head part of our orange cat, and I'm gonna start with 6 single crochet into the circle, which the way that I'm doing is 2 chain and then 6 single crochet into the first chain. And yes, you can start with magic ring if that's the way you prefer. You can start any other way that you end up the first round with 6 single crochet in the shape of circle. So and 6. After that, we're gonna slip stitch on the first stitch that we do of this round. Slip stitch to close the round, 1 chain to start the next round. And for the second round, we're gonna do increase, so 2 single crochet into the same stitch. We're gonna start with the stitch that we do slip stitch earlier and the second one on the same place. Single crochet into the next stitch and single crochet into the same stitch, and repeating this all around, and you should end up with 12 stitch. I prefer doing my work in round so I don't have to count and be careful as when I'm work in spiral. But if you prefer to work in spiral, feel free to skip the slip stitch and 1 chain, at the end and at the start of the round. It's okay. It's not gonna affect the shape of the dolls. So now we slip stitch and 1 chain to start the next round. And for the next round, we're gonna do 1 single crochet into the next stitch and then increase. So 1 single crochet and then 2 in the same stitch, 1 single crochet and increase, 2 into the same stitch, and we're repeating this for 6 times or until the end of the round. And if you insist to do spiral, you may have to use anything to mark the start of the round so you don't get confused or keep counting. And for this round, yeah, we're just gonna do 1 single crochet and then increase. And if I crochet too fast, this is gonna be a very long tutorial, so I'm speeding up a little bit. If I'm crochet too fast, you can go to the setting of the video and select the 0.5 or 0.2, the speed of the video, so it be a little bit slower. And 1 chain to start the next round. For round 4, we're gonna do single crochet into the next 2 stitch and then increase, okay. 1 single crochet, 2 single crochet, and increase. 1 in the next round and 1 in the same stitch. 1 single crochet, 2 single crochet, and increase. 2 into the same stitch. This one to the same stitch. And we're repeating this all around. And increase into this round. 1 single crochet, 2 single crochet, and increase. And you can see that we're back to the start of the round. Then we do slip stitch on the first stitch of the round, 1 chain to start the next round. It should look something similar to this. And for the next round, we're gonna do 3 single crochet and then increase. So 1, 2, and 3, and then increase, 2 single crochet into the same stitch, and we're repeating this all around. And if you follow until this step, you see the pattern. So we start with increase and then 1 single crochet, increase, 2 single crochet, increase, and 3 single crochet, then increase. We're gonna follow this pattern until this piece of work is big enough to, you know, to our liking, to my liking. So if you feel that this is too big or this is too small, you can keep expanding the work by follow the pattern. Where are we now? So, and then increase into the same stitch, and 1 single crochet, 2 single crochet, 3 single crochet, and then increase, 2 into the same stitch, and slip stitch on the first stitch of the round, 1 chain to start the next round. And next round we're gonna do, I think we're gonna keep increase a little bit, 1 more round. So single crochet into the next 4 and then increase. So 1 single crochet, 2 single crochet, 3 single crochet, 4 single crochet. I need to get more yarn. Okay, 4 single crochet and then increase, 2 into the same stitch, and we're repeating this until we reach the starting point again. So single crochet into the next 4 and then increase.
See. 3
and slip stitch to close the round, 1 chain to start the next round. Here, I'm gonna adjust the camera a little bit. For the next round, we're gonna do 1 single crochet in each stitch all across for 4 rounds. So from round 7 to round 10, we're just gonna do 1 single crochet into each stitch all around, and if you count the stitch, you will end up with 36. So if you find yourself more or less than this, so maybe somewhere you do it wrong, but if it's just 1 or 2 stitch, it's fine, it's okay, you can keep going. That's what I usually do if I find myself 1 or 2 stitch missing. And we're just gonna do this for 4 rounds, and I'm gonna let the videos playing, and I'm gonna see you again at the end of round 10. Now we're finishing round 10, and after inspecting, I think I'm gonna increase a little bit more. So as you always, or maybe not know, so for the next round, first thing first, for the next round we're gonna do single crochet into the 5 next 5 stitch, and then increase. So 1 2 3 4 5, and then 2 into the same stitch for increase, and 1 2 3 4 5, and then increase, and repeating this all around. If you're new to the channel, every tutorial on this video, 99% is I don't have a pattern in my hand. I'm just making it up and record at the same time. So sometimes there's a change in the pattern, sometimes that you see me hesitating during the video, sometimes I unwind it and redo it again, because this is the first prototype of this of this project, so please bear in mind. And yeah, we're gonna repeating this, and if you're curious how can I talk and crochet at the same time without counting, you can, if you crochet a little bit long, you will kind of notice where you do the increase, and we just do increase in the same space that we do from the last round. Okay, slip stitch and close the round, one chain to start the next round. And for the next round, we're just gonna do one single crochet all across. Yep. So if you crochet enough dolls, a stuffed animal, you will see the pattern in it. It's just how you adjust it. So this round we're just gonna do one single crochet all across the round. One single crochet and one single crochet. And slip stitch to close the round, slip stitch and one chain to start the next round. And for the next round, I think I'm gonna start decreasing. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So 5 single crochet and then decreased. So single crochet 2 together. Okay, I'm gonna do that again. I think that's too fast. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you kind of like pull it over, and the next stitch you pull the yarn over and then you pull it through. That's how you do single crochet 2 together, or as a lot of people call it, decrease. So we just repeating this all around again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then single crochet 2 together. That's it. And if you still cannot catch how to do it, search you just search SC2 TOG in the YouTube. There's a lot of tutorial. The more with more bigger yarn, you can see it more clearer. So just pause the videos and search on the YouTube for a tutorial if you don't know how to do it. And we're just gonna repeating this. And I'm sorry for accidentally off the camera, so I'm gonna adjust the camera down a little bit, and hopefully this time we're in the frame. So what else? Next we're gonna do more increase. So single crochet into the next 4 stitch and then decrease. So 2 single crochet, 2 together, 1 single crochet, 2 single crochet, 3 single crochet, 4 single crochet, and then single crochet 2 together. And we're just gonna keep decreasing to close her head, and the same way as we do increase, we, you know, there's a pattern like 1 increase, 2 stitch and then increase, 3 stitch and then increase. The same way for decrease. So we start with 5 single crochet and then decrease, and this one is 4 single crochet and decrease. So we're just gonna keep going on with this pattern. So next for 3 single crochet and decrease, and go around until her head is closing. So for this round, single crochet into the next 4 stitch and 2 together or decreasing. I hope I don't confuse any beginners. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and decrease. Slip stitch to close the round, slip stitch, 1 chain to start the next round. And for the next round is gonna be single crochet into the next 3 stitch and single crochet 2 together to decrease. And we just repeating this all around, or 6 times.
2 3 ข้าม 1 2 3 ข้าม 1 2 3
and decrease. Then slip stitch to close the round, and 1 chain to start the next round. And it should look something like this. Next round you're gonna do single crochet into the next 2 stitch and then single crochet 2 together or decrease. So 1 single crochet, 2 single crochet, and single crochet 2 together. And we're repeating this for 6 times or until we meet the start of the round.
ข้าม 1 2 ข้าม 1 2 ข้าม 1 2
and 2 together, slip stitch to close the round, and 1 chain for the next round. And I'm gonna stuff the fibers here, and make sure you stuff the fiber generously, because when the time pass, you know, 2 or 3 years after this, all the polyester fiber will start to clump together, and your crochet doll will kind of like going mushy. That's not the word. No, it's gonna not holding shape as it used to, so make sure you stuff it generously, so tight. And next round we're gonna do 1 single crochet and then decrease, so 2 together, 1 single crochet and 2 together, and I accidentally going off the frame again, 2 together. Be careful not to hook the fibers, so have to be very careful. 1 single crochet and then single crochet, 2 together. Hook it through, and we're repeating this all around. And during the decreasing process, make sure you crochet it pretty tight, or else you're gonna leave some quite a big hole when you do single crochet 2 together. And if you really have a problem with big open hole from decreasing, you may search for invisible decreasing. I think there's a tutorial somewhere that someone else doing it, but I prefer the traditional decrease method, so I'm just gonna keep with that. But just have to keep in mind that you have to do it pretty tight, and slip stitch to close the round, 1 chain to start the next round. We're nearly done with this part. So for the last round, we're gonna decrease 2 single crochet, 2 together all around, so for 6 times. And after that, we're gonna end up with a small open hole, which you can sew it to close, or I'm just gonna leave it because this is where her neck, this is the place where we're gonna sew attached to the body, so it's not gonna see, this is not gonna showing anywhere, so up to you. So single crochet 2 together, make sure you do it tight and carefully not to hook the fibers. And yep, I'm wearing glasses and have a eyesight, so I unconsciously move close to my face again. And cut the yarn, just leave a little bit of yarn and fasten off. I leave too much, to be honest. I leave too much length of yarn. You don't have to leave this long. And squeeze until the fibers are kind of spread equally, and that's it. Next, we're gonna do her ears, and for the ears we're gonna start with orange, so 2 chain, and yes, you can start with magic ring, 2 chain and then 4 single crochet into the first chain, trying to make it slow so you can see it. 2 single crochet, 3 single crochet and 4 single crochet. It's gonna be very hard for the first and the second round because it's so small with just 4 stitch. Slip stitch to close the round, 1 chain to start the next round. And next round we're gonna increase a little bit by doing 1 single crochet into the same space that we do slip stitch, 1 single crochet and increase in the next stitch, so single crochet into the next stitch and then single crochet into the same stitch, 1 single crochet to the next stitch and then increase. 1 and 2, and now you kind of like pushing, make sure that the right side is out, so pushing it out. So this is gonna be the tip of the ears, and slip stitch to close the round. Slip stitch on the first single crochet that we're doing, and 1 chain to start the next round. This is gonna be pretty hard because it's so small. Next round we're gonna do the same thing, so 1 single crochet and then increase and repeat it. So this one is 1 single crochet and another 1 into the same stitch, 1 single crochet into the next stitch, and then increase 1 to the next stitch and 1 in the same stitch, and repeat it again. 1 single crochet into the next stitch and 1 into the same stitch. And slip stitch to close the round, then 1 chain to start the next round. For the next round, we're gonna do single crochet into the next 2 stitch and then increase, and repeat it all around for 3 times. So 1, 2 single crochet and then increase. One single crochet, 2 single crochet and increase, and repeating this. And increase. And slip stitch to close the round. 1 chain to start the next round. And next round we're gonna do single crochet into the next 3 and then increase. So 3 and then increase, so 2 into the same stitch, single crochet and then another 1 into the same stitch, 1 single crochet, 2 single crochet, 3 single crochet into the same stitch, and 1 single crochet, 2 single crochet, 3 single crochet and increase. And it's a good idea to unwind the yarn, that you have a loose yarn at the end, so you have to, so it's not tangle. And slip stitch to close the round and 1 chain to start the next round. And for this round I'm just gonna do 1 single crochet all around, because I'm afraid that I'm gonna expanding this too much, so we're just gonna do 1 single crochet all across. One single crochet and slip stitch to close the round, 1 chain to start the next round. And next round we're gonna do single crochet into the next 4 stitch and increase. So 1 2 3 4 and increase. So 2 into the same stitch, and repeating this for 3 times. And 2 to get 2 into the same stitch. 1 single crochet, 2 single crochet, 3 single crochet, 4 single crochet and increase. So 2 into the same stitch. Slip stitch to close the round, 1 chain to start the next round. And for the next round, we're gonna do single crochet into the next 5 stitch. So 1 2 3 4 5 and increase, 2 into the same stitch. And this is gonna be the last round for the ears. So just gonna repeating this all around. Five and increase into the same stitch. 1 2 3 4 5 and 2 stitch in 2 single crochet into the same stitch. Slip stitch to close the round, and we leave quite some length for sewing, and then cut the yarn and fasten off. Make sure you leave enough yarn for sewing. And make 2 of this. Repeat the same thing and make another ears. We're gonna fold it and sewing this to her head. Next is the inner ear. So there's the pink inner inside, which if you don't want to crochet, you can just cut like a field fabric, a pink fabric, and sew it in. I just don't have it, so I have to crochet it up. We start with 5 chain here, 5 chain, and single crochet into the second chain from the hook. So 1 single crochet and single crochet again into the next chain. Then we do half double crochet, we yarn over and pull the yarn and then slip it through like that. This is half double crochet, and then we do double crochet, and that's it for the pink inner ear. If this is too fast, you can slow down the videos to see each stitch, and leave some length of yarn for sewing later. And that's it. You make 2 sets of this, and you're gonna have her ears. And use the pin. Is it called the pin? Yeah. You just use the pin to kind of like pin the correct position before sewing. Believe me, you have to use it. You can just use your hand to hold it, but then during the sewing process you maybe accidentally shift the position of the ear. So make sure you place it in the place that you want before actually sewing it. And after you're okay with the position, and you're just sewing. Always use the yarn to sew so it looks seamlessly attached to each piece, belong together. Don't use the thread that the smaller thread or things to sew. It's gonna be visible and it's gonna look ugly. And don't use the glue. Some people use the glue to stick each piece together, and when the time passes, the glue is just gonna fall off. So just take your time sewing it stitch by stitch, and it's gonna turn out pretty and strong. And here we are after finishing the sewing. I think the shape of the ear is a little bit off, but you know, this is too late to fix. Maybe the head is too small. Should be fine. And I just marked the position of the leaf because Tangy, this is the name of the cat. The cat have like a green leaf in her forehead.
And next we're gonna do the leaf on Tangy head, you know, the leaf in her forehead. So I'm gonna start with 4 chains. So start as usual, 1 chain, 2, 3, 4, 4 chains, and we're gonna skip this one and single crochet here, 1 single crochet and single crochet into the next stitch, and then 3 single crochet into this stitch, and 1, 2 and 3. Now we kind of work toward the circle, and a single crochet into the next stitch, then 2 single crochet into the next stitch, 1 and 2. You're kind of creating a eclipse oval shape, the oval shape, and slip stitch on the first single crochet that we make. So slip stitch here, 1 chain to start the round. Okay, next we're gonna do 2 single crochet into the same stitch that we do slip stitch earlier. So 1 single crochet and 2 into the same place, 2 single crochet. And the next stitch we're gonna do what is that called, half double crochet. So we yarn over, slip the stitch through and pull it through. So this is half double crochet. We're gonna do this 2 into the same stitch. So I'm gonna repeat another time again. I'm gonna repeat this again into the same stitch and pull it all through. So 2 half double crochet into the same stitch. Next is single crochet into the next stitch. So 1 single crochet into the next stitch. For this stitch we're gonna do another 2 half double crochet. So half double crochet 2 times into this stitch. So 1 and 2. And then single crochet into the next stitch, single crochet, and for this stitch it's gonna be 2 half double crochet into the same stitch. So 1 half double crochet and 2 half double crochet. And then we're gonna do here you're gonna do 2 single crochet into the same stitch. So single crochet number 1 and single crochet number 2 into the same stitch, and for the last stitch of the round we do 1 single crochet and then slip stitch to the first stitch of the round, slip stitch to close it, and 1 chain to start the new round. And it's kind of look, you know, oval at the moment, just like that. Okay, and for the last round we're gonna start with single crochet into the same stitch that we do slip stitch. So single crochet and then 2 single crochet into the next stitch, into the same stitch. So 1 single crochet and another 1 single crochet into the same stitch. Next is gonna be 2 half double crochet. So half double crochet to the next stitch and another half double crochet into the same stitch. We're gonna do this 2 times. So for the next one we will also do the same thing. So half double crochet into the next stitch and another half double crochet into the same stitch. Then single crochet into the next stitch and single crochet into the next stitch. Then 2 chains, 1 chain, 2 chains, and slip stitch on the first chain that we do, slip stitch, and for the next stitch here we're gonna do single crochet. So 1 single crochet and then another single crochet into the next stitch. So right now we kind of do duplicate what we've done this side to this side. And next thing is 2 half double crochet into this stitch. So half double crochet into the next stitch and half double crochet into the same stitch, half double crochet into the next stitch and half double crochet into the same stitch. And for the next stitch we're gonna do 2 single crochet into the same stitch. So single crochet into the next stitch and single crochet into the same stitch, then single crochet into the next 2 stitch. So single crochet into the next stitch and single crochet into the next stitch. And now we are done. We slip stitch to the first single crochet of the round, slip stitch, and the leaf is done. We kind of leave some length of yarn for sewing, fasten off, and now we cut a leaf. So this leaf is very challenging. Like I'm working on many version of it to, you know, to make it fit like this dimension that I'm putting on. So the leaf gonna be here and here at the back for Tangy. Yep, perfect. Next I'm gonna sew this in place. For the white eyes, I'm gonna do 6 single crochet into the first chain here, or you can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But I'm not gonna close the round. I'm just gonna leave it like that. Leave the length of yarn and cut it off. And you're gonna get like semi eye, you know, not fully a circle, and it's gonna be her eyes, her white eyes here. And we make 2 of them like that, and we're gonna embroider the black eye for her. Okay.
Next, we're gonna do Tangy's body, and we're gonna start the same way that we start her head. So 6 single crochet into a circle, and I'm doing 2 chain and 6 single crochet into the first chain, and then slip stitch to close the round the same way, and 1 chain to start the next round. So for the first 5 round, it's gonna be the same as her head. So you can pause the video and just do it outside, or you can follow the video. So for the second round, we just do increase all around. So increase for 6 times, 2 single crochet into the same stitch all around, 1 single crochet and another one into the same stitch, 1 single crochet and slip stitch to close the round, 1 chain to start the next round. For round 3, we're gonna do 1 single crochet and then increase 2 into the same stitch, and 1 single crochet and then increase 2 into the same stitch, and repeating this all around. Slip stitch to close the round. We slip stitch on the first single crochet of the round and 1 chain to start the next round. For this round, we're gonna do single crochet into the next 2 stitch and increase. So 1, 2, and then 2 together into the same stitch. 2 single crochet into the same stitch. 1 single crochet, 2 single crochet, and then 2 single crochet into the same stitch, and repeating this for 6 times, or until the end of the round. So for her body, I kind of like not sure how big it is, because I'm gonna make her a dress, or which I'm gonna let her go with a skirt. Yeah, because I have to make her a dress, and it's really hard to adjust the size when, you know, the dress is the different piece, and because the yarn have some thickness to it. And we slip stitch to close the round. So next round, I think we're gonna keep increasing for the next round too, but actually I think I should stop here, but yeah, keep increasing anyway. So single crochet in the next 3 stitch and increase 2 into the same stitch, and repeat it all around. What do we left off? Yeah, when we make the separate clothes for our crochet door, you know, it's a yarn, so it have the thickness in it, and it's not like the fabric when we put the cloth on it, and it make her body look bigger most of the time. So we have to be careful with that, and you're gonna see later in this video how it turning out. And just gonna keep going on, single crochet into the next 3 stitch and increase, 1 single crochet, 2 single crochet, 3 single crochet, and increase 2 into the same stitch, and slip stitch to close the round, and 1 chain to start the next round. And for the next round, so as I'm gonna make her dress separately, so we're just gonna use one color all for her body. So in the next couple of rounds, from round 6 to round 8, we're just going to do one single crochet into each stitch all around and repeating this. So just one single crochet into each stitch, and if you count it, it's gonna be 30 stitches per round. Let me just keep moving, and I will see you again at the end of round 8. And for round 9, we're gonna do 3 single crochet, 1 2 3, and then decrease, a single crochet 2 together, and 1 2 3, and single crochet 2 together or decrease. And repeating this all around. I would call this as a cat prototype. Yeah, and let's see how it's turning out. So 1 single crochet, 2 single crochet, and 3 single crochet, and decrease, and repeating this all around. And as always, slip stitch to close the round, and 1 chain to start the next round. And next round we're just gonna do 1 single crochet in each stitch all around. And if you notice, because we're doing slip stitch and 1 chain, you know, at the end of every round, we don't have to actually count the stitch, and we will eventually see where is the start of the round. But if you have a hard time seeing that, you feel free to count the stitch. So I put the total stitch in the subtitle, yeah, in the pattern as a subtitle down below, so you can check the number if you want. For this round, we just 1 single crochet in each stitch, and I'm just adjust the camera a little bit because I'm unconsciously move it close to my eyes again. So 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet, and another 1 single crochet, and here we meet the starting. Slip stitch to close the round, 1 chain to start the next round. For round 11, we're gonna do single crochet into the next 2 stitch and decrease, decrease, 1 single crochet, 2 single crochet, and decrease, single crochet 2 together, and repeating this all around for 6 times. Decrease. And slip stitch to close the round, 1 chain to start the next round. And for the next 2 rounds, we're just gonna do 1 single crochet into each stitch all around for 2 rounds. And I'm gonna see you at the end of round 13. Right now you're just repeating it, 1 single crochet into each stitch. And if you follow the tutorial until now, I believe you know what to do. stitch to close round 13 and 1 chain to start the next round. Next round we're gonna do single crochet and then decrease. So 1 single crochet and single crochet 2 together. Just gonna do decrease and 1 single crochet and then decrease, and repeat it all around for 6 times in total, and you should end up with 12 stitch. So we count the 1 decrease as 1 stitch, okay? And we're just repeating this all around. One single crochet and decrease, 1 single crochet and decrease, and now we see the start of the round. We slip stitch on the first single crochet of the round, 1 chain to start the next round, and the last round I'm gonna do 1 single crochet into each stitch all around, so just 1 single crochet, and after that we're gonna stuff the fibers in the body. Next, let's make her legs. So for the legs, we're gonna start the same way with 6 single crochet into the circle. So 2 chains and 6 single crochet into the first chain. And yes again, magic ring is okay. Anyway, any method that you're gonna end the first round with 6 single crochet in the shape of circle, just use it. It doesn't matter. And slip stitch to close the round. Slip stitch and 1 chain. So next round we're gonna work on back loop only. So normally when we make a stitch, we will hook it through both loop, right? So right now we're just gonna work on the back loop only. So normally we're doing like this, but then this we're gonna just hook on the back loop and 1 single crochet, just 1 single crochet into each stitch, but on the back loop only. I'm sorry that I'm not that good on explain it, but yep, just the back loop. A lot of videos showing you. And 6 single crochet, and before we slip stitch, we kind of like push the right side out and slip stitch to close the round. I'm gonna slip it on the first single crochet, and if you're not sure which one is the first single crochet that we should slip stitch, like I am right now, so we just count it back and just blur it a little bit. So we slip stitch on the first single crochet that we do of this round, 1 chain to start the next round, and now we just do normal single crochet into each stitch. So when we do black loop only, we kind of make her feet flat, but it's not gonna clearly see because this is a small leg. But if we do a bigger place, like back loop only, gonna make it flat and it's easy visible. And for round 4, we're just gonna do single crochet into the next 5, and for the last stitch of the round we increase for 1, or you can increase anywhere for 1 time in this round. So we have a total of 7 stitch for round 4. Slip stitch to close the round, and 1 chain to start the next round. So this round I'm just gonna do 1 single crochet all around, single crochet all around for 7 times, and 7, and then slip stitch to close the round, and 1 chain to start the next round. So for the next round we're gonna increase 1 time, so single crochet into the next 6 stitch and then increase on the last stitch, but you don't have to increase in the last stitch, you can increase anywhere. I just like to make it the last one because it's easier to type the pattern. And increase 2 into the same stitch and slip stitch to close the round, and we're done with the leg. And leave some length of yarn for sewing. Fasten off and make 2 of this to be her legs, and sewing it. Next part is her arms. I just put the whole pattern on the screen because it's so simple.
Hi.
So for the arm we're gonna do 5 single crochet into the circle, and then we just do 1 single crochet on each stitch and all around, and repeating it until we get the length of the hand that we want. So now I'm doing 5 single crochet into the circle, and then slip stitch to close the round, 1 chain to start the next round, and then just 1 single crochet into each stitch. It's gonna be a little bit hard on the second round because it's quite a small piece. And 5, and make sure you push the right side out, and slip stitch to close the round. As you can see, it's gonna be a very small pieces and very hard to see. So 1 single crochet, 2 single crochet, 3 single crochet, 4 single crochet, and 5 single crochet for 1 round. And we're just repeating this until we get to the length that we want. And this is a perfect piece for working in spiral if you find that slip stitch and 1 chain is hard to do because it's so small. Doing in spiral is fine, and for her hand, because we didn't have any color changing happening here. So feel free if you want to work in spiral. Just gonna do 1 single crochet for each stitch, and then slip stitch to close the round, 1 chain, and just repeating this until we got to the length that we want. which should be available. You should see it on the screen.
See. Ben. Sam. See.
And for the tail, we do everything the same as we do for her arms, but just add one more round. Or you can add a couple more round if you want her tails to be longer, but I'm just gonna add one extra round for her tail. Just the same way, exactly the same way that you do her arms. Leave some length of yarn for sewing, cut it off and fasten off. And next we're gonna assemble them, or not. Here, this is the tail, which
that's 12, 13, 14. So 1 chain, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we end this round with 12 stitch, but we have to make it a little bit bigger so we can put it on. 12, 13, 14. I don't want to make it too big. Okay, so 14 stitch and join it into a circle and make sure it's not twist, okay? And slip stitch, 1 chain and 1 single crochet into each stitch, so we should have 14. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. And then we slip stitch at the first single crochet, slip stitch, and let's see if we can put it over. kind of can. I think 14 is a little bit tight. So in the last stitch, on the 14th stitch before slip stitch, I'm gonna put another stitch here, so we have 15. So we have 15, and instead of hooking the white, so we're gonna change the color into green. Just pull the yarn out. Okay, and we hook the new color through instead of the white one, and then slip stitch on the first stitch here, one chain to start the round. So like this, we will start the new round seamlessly. We'll change the color seamlessly. And with 15, I think this should be fine. Yep, should be fine. And I'm gonna let the white one hang in there because we're gonna change the color again soon. And we'll let her body over here as a reference. So next step, so next stitch we're gonna do 4 single crochet and then increase. So first stitch into the same stitch that we do slip stitch, 1, 2 single crochet, 3 single crochet, 4 single crochet, and then increase. So single crochet into the next stitch and single crochet into the same stitch, and repeat it. 1, 2, 3, 4, and increase. 1, 2, 3, 4, and increase. 2 into the same stitch and slip stitch to close the round. It's okay, but it's still quite tight. And next will be 5. So 5 single crochet and increase. Just gonna repeat this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and increase. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and increase. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and increase into the same stitch, and then slip stitch to close the round, 1 chain to start the round. Okay, just together. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then increase. So yeah, so I think you can see the pattern here. So this is 4 single crochet and then increase, 5 single crochet and then increase, and then 6 single crochet and then increase. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and increase. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and increase. Okay. I'm gonna increase it a little bit because I think the skirt is kind of tight. So for this round, I'm gonna do 3 single crochet and then increase. So 1, 2, 3, and then increase. 1, 2, 3, increase. 1, 2, 3, increase. 1, 2, 3, and increase. 1, 2, 3, and increase. 1, 2, 3, and increase. Slip stitch to close the round. 1 chain. Yep, a lot better. So this quite a little bit. So next round we're just gonna do 1 single crochet into each stitch. So 1, 2, 4, 5. So just 1 single crochet into each stitch, and we should end this with 30 if you want to count, but you know, even if you didn't have 30, it's fine. Because I'm also lost count already. So we just do 1 single crochet into each stitch. Slip stitch to cross the round, 1 chain, okay, and next round we're gonna do another increase. So 4 single crochet and then increase. 1 single crochet, 2, 3, 4, and increase. 1, 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 2, 3, 4, and increase. 3, 4, and increase. And I think, okay, before I'm gonna finish the last stitch, I think next round we should do white already. Yep. Yes. So next we're gonna change the color to white yarn. So we hook the white yarn through and slip stitch to close the round, 1 single crochet, and wait. There's 1 single crochet into each stitch all around with white yarn. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So, oops. So you don't have to count, actually, just 1 single crochet into each stitch. And this round should be 36. And I'm already lost count, so I would assume it should be 36. So just 1 single crochet into each stitch. And slip stitch to close the round. Oh, no. So before finishing the last stitch, so instead of hooking the white yarn, we hook the green yarn to change the color back to green. And slip stitch to close the round, 1 change. And as you can see, by doing slip stitch and 1 chain at the end of every round, we kind of change the cut when we change the color. We don't have the, how to say it, it look more seamless than the other way. My English. Okay, and hook it on. And I think the skirt is quite, how to say, expanded already, so I'm not gonna increase much in the next round. So I'm gonna do another round of single crochet all around. So 1 single crochet into each stitch all around. and slip stitch to close the round, 1 chain. Okay, let's see. And I think I shouldn't expand the skirt anymore. Okay, I have a plan. So another round with 1 single crochet all around. So 1 single crochet, actually make it another 2. So this round and the next round you're gonna do 1 single crochet into each stitch. I'm just gonna speed it up a little bit. And the next round too. So 1 single crochet into each stitch. Slip stitch to close the round, 1 chain. Okay. Next is, I'm gonna do a little bit of increase but not much, since we already very loose. Okay, 11 stitch, single crochet into the next 11 stitch and then increase. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and increase. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, increase, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, increase. And before we finish the last stitch, we switch the color. Switch to white, yarn over, hook it through, slip stitch to close the round, 1 chain. And for the last round, you're gonna do 12 single crochet and then increase. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, increase. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, increase, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and increase. Slip stitch to close around. Leave quite a long length of yarn for sewing. Okay, and you also cut the green one. Fasten off. Okay, for the green, let me turn it away a little bit. I'm just gonna tie it inside here, since this is not the sailing door, so I'm not gonna make it that neatly and tie it here. Okay, switch it back. This is a lot bigger than I planned. I was like, it should be like that. Kind of okay. Yep, this is kind of okay. Sewing time. So first thing first, I'm just gonna sew the body and the skirt together. we pull the body up, make it equal here. So the body and the skirt. I'm just gonna use the white yarn for sewing, and this one is not used. So after comparing, you can see her head is too small for the body. So I think I make the body quite proportion, a little bit long, a little bit long, and yeah, probably her head is too small for the body. I should make the body smaller, or the bigger head. Okay, so that's for today. I'm gonna try again with another cat in the island. So which villagers you want, comment down below. Oh, so but she kind of cute, you know. Before I see in the game, she kind of cute. But then when I saw the real proportion in the game, I was like, oh my god, her head is too small. I don't. Yeah, I'm gonna make another cat with a better proportion. So see you soon with another cat.